Hey everybody, this is me, Shock, the sinner saved by grace. I hope you guys are doing great. As you can see, I'm driving the car today. I'm a cager. And the reason for it is I have to bring a bunch of things to the office and I can't carry it all on my bike. So the car is a great wheelbarrow to carry stuff. But I'm also very glad that I am in the car because I could do a recording for my buddy Saunders Acts 2618. He had a really good video where he was conversing with people that did not believe in God, people that are not sure they're going to heaven, people that are agnostic, Wiccan, pagan, everybody. And he had and still has a topic going on his channel where it was interesting, fascinating to watch, where Christians were saying, yeah, I know where I'm going when I pass on, when this body ends up being corrupted finally and absolutely, and when I die. And Saunders did a great video where he was talking about where he certainly knows where he's going to go when he dies. And he had invited us. I'm honored to be able to respond to his video, and he actually asked me if I would respond to his video about why I believe what I believe as a Christian. And before I do that, I gotta tell you something really neat about Saunders' name. That's right. And I would like to say, Saunders, you officially have the best YouTube channel name on YouTube. Because I have done some investigating on what your name means, and I have found something awesome about Saunders Acts 2618. You know, I read the Bible all the time, and I'm like, I know Acts 2618 is a Bible verse, and I'm like, and every time I would see Saunders' YouTube channel name, I'm like, I gotta find out exactly what 2618 says. And memory serving me correctly, I pretty much knew part of it, but so I went and I looked, and I'm going to read to you guys Acts 26:18. Now, Saunders' name, if you click more info and go to his channel after this video is over, his name is now officially the best YouTube channel name ever on YouTube, and here's why. This is what his YouTube channel name means. I'm going to read to you here Acts 26:18. It says, to open their eyes and turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan to God, so that they may receive forgiveness of sins and a place among those who are sanctified by faith in me. Talking of people being sanctified in Jesus Christ. So Saunders, it is official. That is an awesome YouTube channel name, Saunders Acts 2618. Please sub to him. Tell him Shock sent you. Saunders talks about, on his channel, he talks about, excuse me, all the controversial subjects. The things that the Bible speaks of what is right and holy and good, he talks about that. And he also talks about all the lies of the world, where the world says certain things are good, yet the Bible contradicts what the world teaches and says it's evil. So let's get into why I believe what I believe about Jesus Christ. If you were to hook up Saunders and I to a lie detector test and ask us, do you really believe in God? And we would pass that lie detector test with flying colors. If you asked us, do you believe you're going to heaven when you die? We would say, of course, yes. And we would pass that lie detector test with flying colors, showing that we do indeed believe that. Now, if you ask, this is interesting, they've done these studies, if you ask an atheist, they've actually hooked up atheists to lie detector tests, and they've asked them, do you believe God exists? And the atheist would say no, but then they would fail the lie detector test. I've seen it. I've seen it actually do it. You can see videos of that. And what happens is the atheist has doubt as if God really may exist. So when they're asked that question on the lie detector test, that's why they fail it, because the majority of their mindset does believe that God exists. So the atheists are lying to themselves. Actual fact. They do believe that God exists. So why are they perpetuating something else? Well, they got to perpetuate the fairy tale of atheism. Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite. As you guys know, I used to be an atheist. I come out of atheism, and I always tell people I came out of atheism because I got two things: a brain and a heart. I have a heart to be honest and look at the historical person of Jesus Christ. So let's jump right to that, because I only got my 10 minutes on the video. Everyone agrees that Jesus lived, but what atheists and agnostics, non-believers, pagans, Wiccans will say is, well, he never claimed to be the Son of God. Well, he actually did claim to be the Son of God. They asked him, are you the Son of God? He said, he is. He said, I am. And he was actually crucified because they said he committed blasphemy in claiming that he was the Son of God. Look it up in the Bible, it's there. The people that hung out with Jesus, that kept track of everything that he said, his disciples, they claim he's the Son of God. So the question is, well, if he's the Son of God, then we need to pay attention on what he said. Now, there's so many lies perpetuated about what happened to Jesus after he died. The worst possible thing that could happen is what happened, where the Jews of that time were afraid, the chief Jewish priests, the leaders, were afraid that, yes, Jesus is going to resurrect, and basically make buffoons out of all of them. So what they did is they stationed Roman soldiers. These guys were tough fighters at the tomb. And they're like, well, we want to make sure that the body's not taken from the tomb by his followers, so we want to make sure. So they put these Roman soldiers there. I believe the real truth was, and it's the unsaid thing, is the Jewish leaders of that time were afraid that, yeah, Jesus is going to do what he said he was going to do, and he's going to rise from the dead. He said he was going to rise in 3 days. So when Jesus rose from the dead, you had a lot of fairy tale lies that were told. The Jews said, well, let's say that the disciples stole the body. Well, everyone knows that's not true. It was guarded by Roman soldiers. It's even documented the Roman soldiers confessed that truly this man was the Son of God. And when Jesus was being crucified, the Roman centurion standing there said that. So it doesn't make sense. Also, they'll say, well, the Jews stole the body. Why would the Jews steal the body? All they had to do to prove that Jesus didn't rise from the dead is hold up the corpse and say, here he is. He didn't rise from the dead. Here he is. Well, why didn't they do that? Because there was no body. He resurrected in it, in his glorified body. Some people say, well, he was like, Jesus was a magician and he survived the crucifixion. You do not survive crucifixion. The blood loss, your heart failure, you just don't, that's like stupid to say that. It takes more faith to believe that he survived the crucifixion. If you can believe in that, then you need to believe in Jesus Christ. I would say all the more you need to believe it. Oh, let me get over. So I believe, I know, Saunders, like you do, brother, I know where I'm going. A person like Jesus Christ does not lie. You and I know, have read his words, those awesome words that he said, that the very God, we've seen the Father, we've seen the Son, the very God has spoken to us, and he said, he truly says to us, he goes and prepares a place for us. In his Father's house there are many mansions. And then he says, I would not say it if it wasn't true. And we trust Jesus Christ. God bless you guys. God bless you, Saunders, and have a great week.